Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the GTE Endo series. Let's and judge. It's kind of scary vibes over here, but we are good to go. We're getting ready for 15 minutes of special qualifying. You will see, you will see. This time for the GTE, they've added some specialties, or at least the track editors have been quite active to make qualifying more interesting this time around. I'll be your host, 8B Waffle, and we'll be looking into GTE 1 hour madness. First, we'll start off with a 15-minute qualifying where everyone has 15 minutes to set the fastest lap, but they can only do 3 laps, I think it was. If I'm correct there. Maybe I am, maybe not. But without further ado, let's show the track real quick. Because today we are on the Misano World Circuit. Where we're looking at. And we're looking at a total of 15 corners. And I haven't written down how many lefts and rights are there. Yeah, 10 rights, 5 lefts. There we go. Got it. A wonderful circuit made by Tranen. Let's see how many people we are. We're 12 so far. Pretty good, pretty good. Don't know how many people are signed up. But I think we have enough time to take our first peek at the track, which will be very interesting because it's a rather high-speed track, with only the first sector being kind of low speed as we go down the start-finish straight. Looking at the first right-hand corner into a kind of very long stretched chicken. Then going into a very wide right-hander where you can already build up a lot of speed, as you can see, especially in these cars, followed by a double right, which is kind of taken like one corner. Also very fast left-hander coming up right here. Into a very long, slightly bent straight, I would say. It's not really a corner there. Then into a quite heavy braking zone, I suppose. Which then goes again into a very nice long straight, into a double right, where the second one is a very nice oval kind of corner. And then we are at the very long high-speed section, coming to turn 10. It's very fast right, as well as turn 11 and as well as turn 12. Those are the fastest part of the circuit, followed by a very tight hairpin. It might not look like a tight hairpin, but believe me, it feels like one because you come up on a very high speed towards that, heading into the last 2 corners and the pit entry as well, which then concludes our lap of the circuit. Someone needs help with strat. Let's see. Who is all here? Oh, 15 people by now. Nice, nice, nice. And now we're just waiting for the start of the lobby. In the meantime, we can just show the track once more, because we got the time. The Misano World Circuit, made by Trane. Which is a very, again, very well-made track. Like, we got a lot of talented people creating tracks for TSU and these kind of races, and every race we're doing. Which is nice to see, nice to have. A lot of detail goes into these tracks. So all the respects to all the creators who making these tracks. Which are making these tracks, yeah. So, as I said before, Sector 1 is one of the, so to say, slowest sectors in this circuit, which doesn't mean that it is very slow, but you start off with a kind of chicane into a long right-hander, which is turn 3 there, and then the double right-hander 4 and 5, which then starts to open up towards turn 6, where you start to really pick up a lot of speed. Getting all the way towards turn 7, then 8 and 9, which is also kind of like a double right-hander. You almost drive it as one corner as well. But then we go into the fastest part of the track, which gets even faster because you almost go all the way up to the limiter. And you're just full throttling it all the way through Sector 3 up to turn 13, where is the heaviest braking zone of the track. We might see a lot of divers maybe. Depends on how slipstream will be utilized all the way down there. But then again, even in Sector 1 there will be lots of opportunities for overtakes. The whole track is kind of built around the premise of maybe maximizing your exit speed and then going for that overtake in the follow-up corner, which is more than possible in every part of the circuit. So just following closely behind your competitors might already be enough to make a move. Because all these straights, they are very long, as you can already see on the track map, as we can do one quick flyover as well again. We start off at the start finish, at the starting straight or finish straight, depends, into this first kind of chicken, and then into a longer right-hander, which is already very open. You don't brake much for that. And then you just start picking up speed. A little bit of braking over here as well. Then you just start picking up speed, slight braking towards this turn, which is turn 6 and start of Sector 2. And then a long straight. You can gain a lot and lose a lot. And then into a heavy braking zone towards this left-hander, which is turn 7. Followed by almost again a very long straight. Pretty long straight. Into this double right combination, 8 and 9. which follows up to the fastest part of the track, which heads towards sector 3 as we head through turn 10. Then into 11, it's full throttle through all of this, except for turn 12. You might lift there a little bit, but then turn 13 is the heaviest braking zone, as we slow down quite a lot for that. And then we head into turn 14, which might also give opportunities for overtakes in 15 as well, but not as much, because follow that goes into the start-finish straight. So yeah, a lot of high-speed action we can anticipate here. As I could show you the tire life for now as well, we have soft, medium, and hards as we head into qualifying. Soft roughly lasting 5 laps, medium 10 laps, and 14 laps for the hards. Which is just a rough estimate based on what I've been told. I didn't have the time to really check that for myself. And but we'll see. 15 laps is roughly, or let's just say 10 laps is roughly like, I think, depending on the lap times, we could make a rough estimate. Because you want to fill up 1 hour of racing. So maybe I should probably switch the tire life for actually instead of laps, just put time on it, kinda. You have like X minutes of driving, especially in a 1 hour race scenario. It would be, I think, maybe more interesting for the viewers. Okay, let's see. We are heading into qualifying, as you can see. A very special setup here. With everyone starting actually in the pits, changing tires as they want. They can also use different tires if they want to. Oompa heading out first, followed by Paladin, who said before that he did not practice. Oh, stealth. Got the wrong car. Maybe we will have a restart here. Not sure though. Yeah. Think we'll have a restart on hand. But I'm not sure. Let's just keep going for now until they actually decide to do a restart or not. Well, Imaluka, if I were to say you got no fuel. Yeah, they're restarting. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Imagine starting on time. Couldn't be us, couldn't be us. So they have to select the proper car. The wrong car. Well, I mean, they have registered for specific cars and teams, so... Yeah, try to be mindful, people, in terms of qualifying. Everyone wants to set the fastest lap. I mean, of course, if you don't want to set your fastest lap, then don't. But yeah, I guess it's up to everyone else. Drinking during play. And here we go again. Take 2 for the GTE qualifying. 15 minutes of greatness awaits. I suppose it's just 15 minutes of qualifying as a whole, not just 3 laps for everyone. Because it said 3 laps in the rules. But we'll see in the HUD once everyone is in. There we go. Yeah, so we got 15 minutes qualifying as a whole. Viper takes his time. This time we got Oompa at the front, followed by Cyberpunk into qualifying. As they already head down at towards turn 5, 6 now. Yeah, the pit exit is pretty special since it comes out right on turn 3, which you will take very wide, especially with the pit exit there. So this could lead to some interesting scenes in the race. We will see, we will see. As we go up the field for now. We'll just follow Cyberpunk, as I can show you a new camera I've set up. As I can see, yes, I can actually use it. It's a bit laggy, but I guess if I use someone who isn't lagging as much, this hopefully might be the case for some. Whereas everyone is a little bit shaky, so we'll have to deal with that. Let's have a look at lap times. Or we'll have a look at them soon enough. I tweaked a couple of camera settings here and there. So cam 7 is a new cam I want to be trying out on this race. Kind of goes along with cam 5 here, so to say. I don't know why cam 7 is like this, but this is like that. Might be... Ah, okay, I suppose it's just the smoothness part. Yeah, okay, the smoothness is messing this up. Okay, so I keep it to this. Safe, nice, okay. This is better. Thought a little bit of smoothness might be nice, but that seems to be only working locally. This looks way better now. Actually usable. So I can like look back. So you can watch the fights in a different perspective than before. Not just like this and that, but this time from actually the top of the car. Like we're in a 360 camera, the top mounted on top of each car, where we have access to. Hot lap already on the way for every single one of them. Whiplash and Jumper are kinda... Akram wants a restart now. It's a bit late. Quali is broken. I don't know if that checks out. I don't know how Quali would be broken. Let's see the times. Paladin going over. A 129, McVison with a 127, no improvement. What did Whiplash do here? Did he went? How is the trick broken? Let's check. How's the track broken? So you start off... Doesn't really make sense to me how it is broken. All the checkpoints here, checkpoints there. Oh, this looks weird. Is that just me, or does this look weird? There's like an alternate path here and there. I don't know why. It's the only part that looks weird. Maybe that's just me though. Because you go through all the checkpoints in the pit, it seems, but then for some reason you have to alternate path from here to here. But you go through all the checkpoints properly here, so... Wouldn't know the issue otherwise. I guess we have another restart then. But I'm not sure. Let's just disable that. Keep watching. Doesn't look to me that they are stopping, so... So let's check out current lap rankings. As we can see, Lipa on pole position with a 125.171 with a little bit of draft, because that's what the D is standing for, which can happen during these type of qualifyings. Paladin pushing Cyberpunk with stuff happening. Let's just go on Sitamis on board. So far we got Lipa on pole, followed by Oompa, then Stealth, Grandi, Akram, Cyberpunk, McVision, Horia, Tranen, Jumpapa, Whiplash, Imiluku, Thinghost, Paladin, and Sitamis. As we have a look at where they are. Lipa going into the pits. Oompa warming up tires. Actually, never mind. Just thought about it. The thing I showed. So I suppose the thing we just saw here is I guess it's wanted like that. Oh no, I broke Cam 5, didn't I? No! I broke Cam 5! Can we fix it? Okay, we got 2 more minutes to go. Can I get Cam 5 back? That is the question. It is default. Only the expanded. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'm a good boy. Oh, Lipa actually doing some more laps. think it's just his outlap, so he's not on his fast time right now, but he's starting his fast lap any minute now. So we'll just have a look on it on cam 7. As we go into 1-2, the kind of chicken. And then into the longer right, as you can see, you can take a lot of speed through there. Going into 4 and 5, which is kind of like one corner. Then on left-hander, we got 30 seconds to go. Will he be allowed to do his lap? I'm not sure. Final lap, okay. Oh, looking good. Very fast. Heavy braking into the hairpin, as we can see. Oh, tough exit. Tough exit, but still looking good. Can he improve? Does he have to improve is the bigger question. Because it still looked like a very solid lap to me. And he actually did not improve. What he's done, to whoever's out there still, is Tranen, Paladin, Setamis, Horia, and Whiplash. Tranen, no improvement there, still on P9. Paladin. Ah. So people say the first lap was kind of broken because you had no pit limiter. Okay, okay. So I guess they might just roll with it, I suppose. No more restarts. Somebody's out of fuel? No. So what are we doing, ladies and gents? My honest opinion would be just fix it in future races. Or in future tracks. Or track update. Because resetting qualifying now? After the 15 minutes? Yeah, maybe a 3-lap quali would be something. What cut could they be talking about? McVison wants to race. I wouldn't know which cut. Because you can't cut here, you can't cut here. I mean, I guess you could just go very tight here, but still can't really cut here. Wouldn't know. Wouldn't know. Yeah, people seem to be a little bit bummed out because of the... I mean, it's a 60-minute race anyway, so you'll have more than enough time to make up positions and go ahead. Of course, it's an unfair advantage for someone who who was able to utilize the improvement they had because of this bug, as it seems that they wouldn't have the issue with the pit limiter, or at least they had the pit limiter issue where you could just full throttle inside the pits. Yeah, just continue is what I would say. Some 5 minutes left, some 3 minutes left, but I don't know. Doesn't look broken to me, at least, to some degree, but I guess, yeah, it being broken just is because of the pits, I guess, because the start finish is somewhere else, and everyone would have to start behind the start finish line for it to work properly, I suppose. And then also, well, the pit limiter thing. Because I guess on the start finish, you would even, inside the pit, you would start behind some of the first checkpoints of the track, which then leads to the issue they were having, I guess, as well, in terms of maybe track time or something. So some people's first laps wouldn't be really counted. So as they set up, we'll have another quick look at the track as we're looking at the Misano World Secetta made by Tranen, where we're looking at 15 corners in total, 5 left, 10 rights. It's a very fast circuit, once again, so we'll see a lot of close, well, hopefully a lot of close racing, but all in all, we'll see who can maximize their exit speeds as much as possible, because basically that's what this track is especially all about. Especially looking at turns 3, 6, 7, 9, and 13, and 15, especially. So, a lot of corners where a little bit of difference can make up a lot of time. Kinda says my stream is unstill, but I have no idea why it would say that. For me, it shows everything up in green. I don't know what to Twitch, maybe a Twitch issue, I have no idea. But we're heading into the race now. So, 1 hour of greatness awaits. Misano World Record version 101. 1.01. Made by Tranen. The kickoff for this season's GTE. A little bit rough around the edges till now, but let's head towards the starting grid ASAP. As we just head down towards turn 1 then. As Leipa takes off. Good start by him. Oompa as well. Stealth looks for an inside move already. Got a lot of contact in the back between McVision, Grandy, Akram. I think Oria's in there as well. Cyberpunk 2, Finghouse Paladin fighting it out in the back. Hendrik on 15th, then Setamis on 16th, Paladin going a little bit wide. Fingers with an inside move, very well done, you could see that in the corner of the screen. Tranen gets pushed right by Horia. Oompa goes a little bit off track there. And now we got a 6-5-man fight here up front. 5-car fight. Leipa, McVision, Akram, Grandi, Cyberpunk, can they keep it on track? They do. As we head already into turn 8 and 9, Leipa looking for a good exit as they want. But McVision takes the cake there very fast from him. He tucks right into the slipstream of Cyberpunk. Well, meanwhile, Akram on the outside of Grani on this very fast part. This can be very dangerous, but he tucks a little bit back. Everyone goes a little bit wide in this. As they almost conclude the first lap now. McVision on the outside of Cyberpunk. Great move. Very well done. Up to P3 for him. Stealth currently in the lead. Takes first position. Oompa in second. McVision now in third. As we go up the field, Whiplash already looking for a fight against Leipa here. Just have a quick look at the current race standings after the first lap. Stealth still in the lead with a 0.7 gap. Followed by, let's just have it like that. Then we got Oompa, McVision, Cyberpunk, Grandi, Akram, Horia, Tran and Leipa, who got handed quite far down the field. Something must have happened, it seems. Then we got Whiplash, Finghouse, Imelioko, Paladin, Hendrik, Jompa, and Setamis. As Oompa now gets overtaken actually by Cyberpunk. Let's really try to make that move stick, and he does, as we are on the fastest part of the circuit already again. And now McVision and Cyberpunk hunting Stealth. It's already a fight for the lead, a very tough fight. We're only 3 minutes in, 2 laps in. As the field is kinda gapping, I would say. We calm down a little bit. Ooh, Oompa, Jompa. Disconnected. Ah, that's a bad disconnect. That's a bad disconnect. You could have just driven into the pits, but I think we're good. Okay, the car is not moving. Okay, so we're good. We're good. I just thought for a second there that it might move. But we're good to go, good to go. Where are the fights happening? The gaps are kind of very clean, like there's 1 second to almost everyone. Only up here I can see a Wild Grandi, who looks for an attack on Oompa now. As we head towards turn 8 and 9, so the exit here is very important. Grani with a very solid line here. This might be a good opportunity for him. Doesn't seem to have that much overspeed though, but now the slipstream kicks in. And as you can see, he gets sucked in on Oompa here. Oh, but has to brake a lot. Which gives Oompa back the gap he had before. We just keep an eye on the race ranking in the meantime, as there is a Tranen right on the back of Leipa. It's looking for a move. Leipa with a bad exit, and Tranen makes it look easy almost. Very well done by him. Up to P8 he goes. Trying to move ahead. Leipa now on the back foot. Already Whiplash looking, but it's kind of losing out on Sector 1 here. Meanwhile, we look further up the field. We see McVision getting closer and closer towards Stealth. Both of them are on the soft tires, who are roughly lasting 5 laps, as we're still in lap 4. So it's almost like roughly 20% per lap. Or am I a bit... No, it's like roughly 10% per lap, it seems more like it. Or like something around 15, it seems more likely. But McVision is getting closer and closer, and that's the important part. As well as Grandi in the back. Looking for a move on Oompa. Oompa with a slightly rough exit, but that doesn't matter, as McVision in the front. Getting closer and closer to Stealth. Looking for the move, and Grandi as well. Now losing out on Sector 1 doesn't seem to be his forte. Well, meanwhile, McVision still right behind Stealth, just waiting for that mistake to happen. Now in the slipstream, as we head into Sector 2, turn 7. All of the parts of the track are good opportunities for a move. Let's see how this exit goes. Didn't seem like the best exit from McVision, but he is still closing in on Stealth a little bit. And as soon as that slipstream kicks in, he can be right at the back of Stealth. Maybe going for a little move here, but he's still too far behind. Too far behind. Let's go towards the back, as Grandi is again closing in on Oompa. But Akram's also starting to get into the mix here. They're all on Mets, and Akram also on Mets. So they're all about the Mets, baby. Grandi now looks for the move. It's right behind Oompa. But Oompa defends very well. Well done, well done. And Akram slowly starts to creep closer here. And Granny can just tuck in right behind Oompa. Waiting for the move to happen, as McVision and Stealth are still battling it out. They should be up for the pit stop this lap. They're both on 7 fuel. So we'll have our first pit stops going on. Grandi with a very wide line. This might be a great exit or not. He is still close enough for the slipstream though, but the exit wasn't the best. But he's catching up because of the slipstream range. Just a quick look towards the leading cars. Maybe Grandi with a move. Oh, Oompa goes very wide here, very wide, and comes back very hot. But he goes very wide there. Now that might also be a chance for Akram now, as they have to catch up. And Oompa seems to be kinda out of the rhythm here. But Akram not close enough for a move. I see 3 drivers in the back here, as Horia leads them. Into the new lap. But I see there is McVision and Stealth. Okay, so it's roughly like 3 fuel per lap, it seems. So this will get very close to the wire here. McVision already on free fuel. Pushing the limits of the soft tires. We are in lap 7. Cyberpunk tries to hunt them down as much as possible, but he also has to look out. Oh, McVision with a bigger mistake here. This could cost him dearly, because he's very tight on fuel. So 2 fuel. Seems like he has enough though for the pits. Yeah, now he's on 1. He should be good, I think. Heading into the pits here. So now see a switch in the lead. Because Grundy, Oompa, Akram will all do longer stints here. I see only mediums here everywhere, so they all head past McVision, Stealth, and Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk now going for a medium stint. I think Stealth underfueled. And now come out right into the pack here. Not very much minding them, just trucking along. Just going side by side into the first corners already. Right from the get-go. So there's a lot of fighting already going on. McVision tries to stay ahead of Lipa with his soft tires, fresher soft tires. Stealth now with the advantage, as they're kinda stuck right in the middle of this. But Horia defends. As we just stay on McVision here. Slight contacts here and there. He is on the inside run and not really leaving the space, but McVision has a very good exit here. He is slightly faster. He's on the inside line though, so he has to watch out to not go too wide here. It can happen easily. But he makes the move stick very well, very well. And here they go. And Steph is already past Horia as well up front. Now McVision has to be fast if he doesn't want to lose out on Steffi, who now has clean air, but goes in again because he has not enough fuel. It's only 13 fuel, not enough for the whole stint. Have to pay respect. Technically, this could put McVision in a very good position now. Depending on how long he's stuck behind Horia here, because he wants to go faster, as he has a faster tire to... He is on. But Horia is defending, making himself very wide. Very well defensive driving here. Doesn't give McVision any space to really make a move. Making himself thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Now McVision tries to go down the outside. Tries to stick it. There is contact though. Not enough space given by Horia. Looked like, but now McVision is ahead. Turn 8-9, the cutback from Horia tries to impede McVision as much as possible. It makes it difficult for him, but now both of them get out of turn 9 and Outranen has a very good exit. This might open up for him here. Depending on how they go. But Horia is looking for the move, but has to check out and he flies off! Big accident! Horia wrecked! Holy moly! That just happened! Oh! That was that difficult sausage right here. Got a little bit too much on the sausage and flew off. I think that was something that was foreshadowed by Akram, I think. In some of the chats I've heard before. Because some of the sausages here are very kind of prone to throw off certain cars at some point. And it got Horia this time. Rest in peace, my friend. That is an early end to a race. As we now look into another fight between... Where are we? There we are. Oompa and Akram. Now looking for the move towards... Oh, they also get all jiggly on that sausage. You really have to watch out. I think it might not even be the sausage itself, because they seem to go like very much on the inside, so they might clip it a little bit too hard. Now Oompa already goes into the pits. Akram does another lap, which might bite him in the end. But we now look for Lipa here, I think, as he is fighting Tranen. And Whiplash is also in the mix, maybe, but I think not for long, as he has to pit soon. But Lipa and Tranen, that's definitely one that is on. And McVision is back to second. And he's going very quick. Currently with the fastest lap on track. Stealth finds himself in P8 after that big mistake in terms of strategy. Because he took not enough fuel to make his stint work. Oh, rest in peace, Aurea. That was a crash to behold. Oh, now Lipa maybe looking for the move. No, but Tranen goes already into the pits. He still has 8% fuel. Well, but his tires are gone. Okay, I see. But Lipa's tire doesn't really look that much better, to be honest. And now McVision finds himself in P1 with quite the lead, so to say. He has 6 seconds on Lipa, and they're currently on the same fuel amount, so they will come in on the same lap. Now everyone else also went into the pit, so the first pit stop wave is over, I think, as a whole. Grandi is he lingers in the back. He is now on for the move towards turn 8 and 9. Can he make it stick? Lipa tries to go around the outside, but has a difficult exit here. And Grandi takes it. P2 for him. Making those soft tires work very well there. Just has a better grip. Very much fresher tires. And now all of them are probably more wary of that sausage curb on turn 11. As they saw Aurea meet their demise. Instead of hunting down Cyberpunk. And very much used up soft, so it might not go very well for him there. But we'll see what he can do. Can he put Cyberpunk under enough pressure? He's sliding a little bit on the exit already. Meanwhile, we got Paladin in the back, also fighting Thinghost. But he is now gone, pretty much. Akram and Oompa are fighting as well. Stealth still putting pressure on Cyberpunk. But it does not seem like that he has the tools to do it, but he dives down the inside anyways, just trying to catch him off guard. Has a very good exit here. As they now head towards turn 10 and 11, let's see how this one goes. Stealth doesn't really have to lift here, it seems. Can keep it on track. They both keep it on track slightly. Cyberpunk got a little bit jiggly wibbly. But he's still right there with him. Grandi now takes the fastest lap with a 1:26. He is getting up to pace here. And he should overtake McVison, who has to pit now this lap. We'll see how that one will unfold towards the end of the race, as McVison seems to be still on his strategy. It seems to be a very soft focus strategy. Steph can kinda pull away from Cyberpunk, but now had a... it's a slightly worse exit than Cyberpunk. But Steph still being on a very strong pace. Very strong by the both of them, of course, and Grundy is catching up to McVison, it seems. Now Stealth goes in, lap 14 for Stealth. Yeah, the soft tires are done. Still had 14% left, but those softs were no good anymore. Now we got a little bit of a switch here, switch there. As McVison gets out of the pit now. Right again in the middle of the fight of Oompa and Akram. Think he's been here before. Deja vu. It's now on the inside of Oompa, makes the move very quickly up to P3 for him. Oompa defends heavily against Akram there in the back. Sorry, thank you, he says. But to be fair, it was a pretty good move. I don't know what he's sorry for. Even coming out of the pits, he was good to go. He just picked the perfect gap to squeeze into. Meanwhile, Oompa now stays right behind McVison, using the slipstream as much as possible to maybe get a little bit away from Akram here. Just building up a comfortable lead between the two, as the fight is between them and not really between McVison, it seems, as he just pulls away. But that said, Akram catches Oompa off guard here. Makes it stick around the inside. Keeps Oompa behind. Oompa can't really do anything against that. Very well done by Akram. Moving up to P4 as of now. Let's look further up front. Grundy on 87% fuel, so he should be able to do, I think, 2 more laps. So this one and another one, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Then he should be in for the pits. McVison freshly out of the pits. And we see there is Oompa is back at it again against Akram. So far the fastest lap is still by Grundy, even though it's very close between him and McVison. Both of them having almost identical times here, only 0.05 or 0.07 difference between the two. So 7 hundredths of a second there. Now Oompa with the run maybe on Akram. Nah, he doesn't. He waits a little bit. Because he knows maybe Akram can catch up to the McVison ahead. And maybe they can help each other out here. Who knows? But it doesn't really look like that Akram can catch McVision here. He's very fast as of now. And he is slightly... here and there is pulling away. But only slowly. Very slow and steady. Meanwhile, in the back, I see a wild paladin appearing right behind Finghost. The two of them seem to be on very different strategies as of now, at least on a different pit stop strat. So nothing too similar. And it seems like there is a lot of peace on track. Akram not really fighting Oompa, they just stick behind each other. No unnecessary fighting here. Granny gets overtaken now by McVision as he comes freshly out of the pit. 27 fuel here, 27, 27, okay. So they're both on the same fuel window, so they should come in at the same time. So this is kind of a fight for the lead. As Granny tries to take the position, but McVision takes it back immediately. So this is about to get interesting. Meanwhile, I see there is a paladin maybe overtaking Finghost in the back here. They are side by side towards turn 1. Paladin flies past with flying colors, takes the position. Oh, and there was another one who got the hit off the sausage curb. Finghost. F to pay respect for him as well. But it didn't seem like he took too much damage. Meanwhile, McVision got overtaken by Grundy. Gotta keep an eye on that. Grundy goes very wide here. McVision maybe with the chance to strike back. But he's very close to do so, depending on what Grundy is gonna do now. Grundy very fast, McVision being very fast. Both of them very fast right now. Cyberpunk heads into the pits. Now McVision also under pressure. He's on... well, I mean, Grundy is on soft tires. So Grundy having the sharper weapons as of now, but they're both on the same fuel window, so... we'll see if this might change during the course of their stint here. But Grundy can pull away a little bit. At least outside of slipstream range, it seems. Oompa still in peace with Akram. He's on the mats, he's also on the mats, both are on the mats, but Oompa has to pit earlier than Akram. So we'll see how that one will unfold later on. McVision now 1 second behind Grundy. Grundy really pulling away, making use of those soft tires as much as he can. And as it seems of right now, they're both on the same pit stop window, as I said before. So they might come in at the same time, which would mean that Grundy is ahead right now in terms of the lead. So in total, Grundy has the lead of the race. I know, Captain Obvious. As we head into lap 20, we got 31 more minutes to go, so we'll roughly end around lap 40, 41, I think. It's now exactly at the halftime mark of the race, or roughly. As you can probably tell, there is not too much going on. Oompa still at peace with Akram, it seems, even though they seem to be very close just now. Let's take a look at the back as we see... Never mind, Hendrik is standing there in the pits. Okay, I guess he's done. So P4 all the way up to P14 is already done. So we're currently still looking... Oh, there was an overtake? Oh no, Opa got overtaken because he's in the pits. There's this pit stop. Other than that, I think we're pretty much at peace right now. There is peace. Peace on track. Everyone just doing their laps. Easy does it. Have a quick overview of the track situation right now. You can see Grundy on the bottom left, then McVison, Akram, Stealth, Whiplash Cyber, Oompa, Lipa, Tranen, Finghaus, Imaluko, Setamis, and Paladin. There is something about to happen? Nope. They're too far away. But we may look into some lapping very soon. Because Grundy is getting closer and closer to Setamis. But yeah, half-hour mark, and we still haven't seen any lapping occurring, which is good. We'd love to see it. But to be lapped in a 1 hour race, it's just inevitable at some point. Especially when there's like some very fast drivers racing. But all in all, as we can see, it's a very peaceful time. And we spent some time with Cyberpunk. Take it away, Cyberpunk. Race it away. We'll watch some laps of some greatness. So no pressure on Cyberpunk. As of now, there's not much to say about the race. I mean, fastest lap is Grundy, then McVison, then we got Stealth, which kind of corresponds with the current race ranking. Stealth making up for his mistake almost, all the way. As he fell down from P1 all the way to P8, I think it was, after he underfueled for one of his stints. And went in early to fix that. Where I would say in my eyes that he did not have to do that. Felt like he could have maybe compensated with a longer stint later on. Maybe just pick some hearts and just fuel some more and do one longer stint then. Because that double pit costed him a lot, but that said, he is pitting on the same lap as McVison, I think. They're both on 6 and he is on 8, so he is making up for it. But he's still 17 seconds behind the leader. Alright, Granny can almost see Setamis here. But but he will do a couple more laps than him, so the lapping may be postponed. As we see a switch of position. Oompa now battling Cyberpunk for suddenly. As Akram got out of the pits, I think. Yes, fresh tires. And he sees it, and Cyberpunk gets wide. Maybe giving Akram a chance here now. Meanwhile, Oompa just drives away with his soft tires. Cyberpunk kind of struggling on his mats. But now Akram with his fresher mat tire, he can make them work. Slight touch in the back. Oh, Akram, no push to pass, please. Keep it clean. As we head towards turn 10, the very fast part. Let's see how they will do. See the Cyber goes a bit wide, slides a little bit. Can keep it on track. Akram tries to go down the inside, can't make it. Cyberpunk very much under pressure. Akram just looking for the mistake here. Meanwhile, who is up there in the pits? I see Stealth in the pits now. That was again a very early pit stop, I think. No, it's the same pit stop as the other two, okay. So they're still ahead. Yeah, Grundy and McVison are still ahead. So they're good to go for the last couple of stints they will be doing, or maybe the second to last stint. But Akram now still in the back of Cyber. They're both under pressure. I also see there is some fighting in the back between maybe Paladin and Setamis. Paladin going a little bit wide here. Setamis with a slightly better line. Trying to hunt down Paladin. Maybe he can get a little bit faster, I don't know, but Paladin has fresher tires, so he is at the advantage there. Meanwhile, Akram kinda lost out on Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk really pushing and pulling away from Akram, who is now outside the slipstream range, which is roughly around like 0.5 seconds most of the time. That said, though, Akram gets closer and closer. Sector 1 is his strong suit, it seems. But if anything, he would have to make it count. Make an overtake maybe on that part of the circuit. Meanwhile, Grundy with a soft stint, McVison with a medium stint. Which might be the second to last stint. I think maybe Grundy will go for a mat stint towards the end. We'll see how this one goes. How this one will unfold. We still got 20 minutes to go. 21. And Cyberpunk still under pressure. Under pressure of Akram, who had a very strong exit here. More than enough to be inside slipstream range. But it doesn't seem to be the best exit he had. But Cyberpunk pulls away slightly. So, no can do Akram. Kinda, it's very aggressive inside corners. Kinda compromises his own line there. If he wouldn't dive down that much, I think he could have more opportunities for overtakes here and there. That's probably tuck in behind your opponent and then you might have a go on the exit. Or an easier time on the exit, at least. Because that means that Cyberpunk, on this case, can just build a long enough gap to not get overtaken here all the time. But Akram doesn't let loose. He is pushing on those. He has the better tires in total. So technically, he's more than able to make a move. And Oompa is right behind McVision, but I think that was an overtake by McVision against Oompa. Akram might now have a go, but Cyberpunk breaks the slipstream and Akram doesn't go with it. Doesn't want the slipstream at all. I guess on this part of the circuit I can understand that, because it can be very tricky. Cyberpunk going very tight there, very dangerous line. Akram is now right in the back of him, and Cyberpunk with a difficult exit here. Akram forces the issue a bit much. And it was quite the lunge. It was a very opportunistic move. Cyberpunk now back on the back foot a little bit as Akram just takes a position anyways. I mean, he did make the move on lap 50, on turn 15 kinda, and made it stick. But turn 14 compromised Cyberpunk quite a lot. And might have thrown him off of turn 15 as well. But now Akram gets a chance to pull away a little bit. Meanwhile, Grundy looking for his first, I think, lapping. He is behind Thinghost. I don't know where Paladin is. Paladin is driving, so Paladin already got overtaken by Oompa as well. We'll see how this one will unfold. But meanwhile, Whiplash and Tranen? Whiplash and Tranen are fighting. As they are in turn 14, sector 3, heading into turn 14. And Tranen goes in. Okay, he has to pit anyway, so not much of fighting here. Cyberpunk comes out of the pits. Grundy is just super fast on those tires. He is pushing like crazy. Now Grundy getting up to Thinghost. How will the blue flag unfold? We'll see. I mean, we don't have any rules for yielding, so technically he doesn't have to yield. But Grundy making it... yeah, being very fast. Let's just say that. Grundy is just very fast. There is no issue for on blue flag. I don't know if Thinghost maybe lifted a little bit. Looked like he did, but anyways. Good enough, good enough. And meanwhile, we are again at peace on track. 16 more minutes to go. Enjoy a nice cold drink. Maybe get something to eat. As we head towards the last 15 minutes. The final quarter of the first 1 hour race. Of the Misano World Ticket. Seketa. Metapa. Ranina. There might be some fighting unfolding soon, maybe between Whiplash and Cyberpunk and Stealth and Akram. because Stealth has been on a mission this whole race to make up for his mistake at the beginning, and he is set on doing so as he creeps in closer and closer to Akram. And we're also heading for the last pit stops, I think. Yeah. Maybe last pit stops for some of these racers. Akram with a little bit of a slide there, a little bit too much braking it seemed. Dev tries to hunt him down. I don't know if he can make one more lap, because he's already on 4%. He will be on 3 if he goes for one more. He might have to fuel save this. But I don't know, he might be good to go. Depends on what he's gonna do now. No, he goes in. Think it would have been too tight with just 3% fuel. Oh, Cyberpunk. Oh. Always get an increased heart rate seeing those sausages being taken that hard. Yes, we'll be talking about hard sausages being taken hard in this race. How does this happen? Oh, Grandy just pitted, McVision didn't. Okay, so Akram finds himself in the back of Grandy. I see how this one goes. Grandy, I think, yeah, this is his last stint. This will be his last stint. McVision still has to pit one more. But McVision might be on the faster tire, so depending on what happens here between Grandy and Akram, there might be something going on. Might be something on for McBeitzen. Hey, Miluku. Catching up to Thing Host. Getting closer and closer. Inching. Thing Host is kind of more towards the end of his stint, and Miluku being more on the fresher side on his stint, which is also his last. So... Oh, but he kind of lifted there. What happened? Oh, because of blue flag. I see. Interesting. They keep their eyes open for traffic. Very good awareness. In terms of lapping. Let me pass. Yeah, Grundy, blue flag. Oh, Akram. He is a dangerous one in terms of attacks. Gets very close. Oh, that's a bump and a half. McVision gets fought by Fingers. He's kind of fighting back. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Fingers, you're blue flag. Just stay behind McVision and you're good. McVison also going defensive for Vingos. It's kind of weird, but okay. But I think now they're good, because Vingos now has to fend off Loco in the back. As they go almost side by side into turn 7. And Imaluka bumps Vingos a little bit, tried to go for the cutback, but that didn't work out. So you can have a quick look in the standings there. Those are the two that fighting currently on track, and no, those aren't the gaps to the lead, as you can see. Those are actually the gaps between the cars, so they're quite huge gaps forming towards the end of the race. So we have to keep an eye open on how much fighting we can see and maybe expect. Feels like Grandi is pulling away from Akram a little bit. Oh, Vingos locks up a little bit, but not enough for the Luke crew. But now he's into the pits and this fight is done. So as we now look further up the field, Stealth is still in P4 and he's on his last stint, as well as Akram now pitting for their last stint. And McWeizenbier comes out of the pits well behind Grandi, who's now on his last, and now McWeizen has to make those cold lager beers count to catch up to Grandi. He has to make up 8 seconds if he wants to. And Paladin wrecked. What happened? Oh, this looks like... Yeah, I don't know what this looks like. It looks like he just went straight on and overshot this corner completely. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Rest in peace, Paladin. You made it this far. You made it 32 laps and, well, almost 34. Steering. The steering failed. Mechanical failure on Paladin's side. It's nothing we want to see. Oh, Setami's fighting against Vingos now. That's a fight for P11, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get some action. 2 pink cars and 1 position. 2 cars, 1 position. Meanwhile, in the back, there is Akram incoming for a possibility of breaking up this fight. Should just have an eye open for how they will handle this. Setamis doesn't really have to yield. He can just full throttle it because they are racing too. So everything is on right now, and McVison slowly but steadily catching up to Oompa Wrecked. What? As well, same position. But it seems like to me Oompa wrecked a little bit differently. But maybe that's just me. Maybe Oompa flew off here? Kinda looks like it. And then he kinda crashed somewhere over there. Oh no, Oompa. P9. Ay. Akram, yeah, gets blue flagged, gets pass, or gets let pass. English broken. Please restart. Yeah. Rest in peace, Oompa. You drove very well, and then you died. This track took quite a lot of cars. It wrecked quite a lot of people, in my opinion. And we got 2 disconnects and 3 wrecks so far. And 3 wrecks is quite a lot, to say the least. 1 mechanical failure, 1 getting sent off, and the 3rd one I can't tell so far. Maybe also mechanical failure. but I've leaned towards more of a takeoff, like what happened to Horia. Well, the last 5 minutes, they look to be pretty chill. As Setamis and Fingers get constantly broken up by the blue flag incidents. Stealth wants to get past because he wants to chase down Akram. Setamis were in a very, very, very high speed spot, letting Stealth pass there. Very friendly of him. And I think our eyes are mostly on Stealth. As he... well, the big question is he able to catch Akram? That is the big one. Now Stealth right behind Finghost. Maybe looking for the move. This is looking good. What is Finghost gonna do? Is he gonna let Stealth pass? Oh, he's kinda stuck behind Finghost. But Finghost also being on softer tires. But yeah, I think we have no rule for blue flags, so... if my math is correct. Oh, now he's got let pass, okay. Stealth now is on for the hunt. The last 3 minutes. McVison also closing in those seconds, but only very slowly, because he was on 5 seconds quite a while ago, and he's still on 5. Kinda. Now he's on 4.7. He's just slowly creeping closer to Grandi, who's probably starting to struggle, not even close to struggling with tires, but McVison is quite far away, but he is still closing in though, as I say it. Because now he's been let go because he was behind Imaluko. Okay, so now let's see if he can catch him, as well as Stealth trying to catch Akram. But I think it might be very tough. I mean, it's only 2 or 3 laps more to go now, as we head to the final of this race. The final finish, so to say. Let's just have our eye on Grandi. Can take away the last minutes. Of course, until we see maybe some gaps closing in the back. Maybe some fighting occurring. But as long as there are no fights. And Ankram is slowly but steadily turning into a cat. We can keep our camera on Grandi. Yeah, this is the thing with 1 hour races. At some point, they can settle down a lot. So there's might not much be happening on track, as we had happened to us kind of towards the halftime. But I don't want to talk it bad or badmouth it in any way. Those are fun races, and they're very taxing because, of course, you have to drive a whole hour. and be consistent and fast for a whole hour. As we see McVision closing in that gap, I think he needs more laps. That's what he needs, even though he closed down 2 seconds in 1 lap. I don't know if he might be in range now, slowly but steadily, maybe towards the end of this lap. But he's creeping closer and closer. He is very fast right now. Same goes for Leipa against Cyberpunk, if I see that correctly. Let's just switch there as Leipa overtakes Cyberpunk, who crashed. Oh, I think he thought it was already the final lap. Oh no, and he's very low on fuel. Oh no, no, no. Only the 3%. McVision doing a great job in closing the gap, but I think it's not enough. As we look towards the last corners, unless a miracle happens and Akram finally turns into a cat, we're looking at our first race winner of this GTE season, Grande, who now takes the win. Congrats to him, and great work by McVision on closing that gap as much as he did. Very fast. Then we got Imaluko turning in on P9, Akram on P3, and Stealth also. A lot of damage control here on P4. Did very well as well. Finghouse gets into P10. And Cyber, I think, tried to finish too early here. As Leipa goes over the line, P5, Setomi's on P11. And Cyberpunk, last but not least, he is there. He exists. He is on 0 fuel. Yeah, I mean, mate. Let's watch the slowest finish of the season. Can he do it? You can do it, Cyber. Keep pushing. Keep pushing, Cyber. Keep pushing. Is he trolling? I thought he was faster just now, or is it now that he's proper out of fuel? I mean, he got how much time? He got 2 minutes to get this over the start-finish line. I think this might get very... I don't know if he... let's see if he can make it. But anyways, it was a great race, as we'll just talk about it right now. Grandy wins the race, followed by McVision and Akram, who takes 3rd position. Also very well driven by him, or by them. Stealth on P4, followed by Leipa, then Cyberpunk, who is standing still now. Okay, he's done, I think. And then we got Whiplash on P7, Tranen P8, Imaluko on P9, Finghouse on 10, Setamis on 11, Oompa on 12, then Paladin on 13, on 14 Hendrik, on 15 Horia, and on 16 Jumper. Everyone who is, well, P12 and below, they're all kind of DNF'd. So, Fs to them. Fastest lap also goes to Grundy. Had a very good showing in this first race. And Paladin sadly can't finish. Is he even moving? No, he's not moving anymore. Oh, Cyberpunk. Damn it. That one more lap you had to do killed your kind of race finish. Oh. GG's. I hope you all enjoyed the race. I'll just quickly wrap it up now. For annual ices, we go over to, I think, if Cyberpunk is streaming, who is usually streaming and analyzing the race afterwards. Let's see if we got Cyberpunk. He is actually streaming. He's a very active streamer on this part of Turbo Slider, so give him love and rate his channel. So if anything, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be there for the next race as well, for the next endurance race. I'm planning on commentating on broadcasting most of the races. I can't broadcast all of them because I won't be there for all of them, but I'll try to broadcast as many as I can. And yeah, that said, thanks for the support and have a wonderful Saturday, evening, day, night, whatever it is, whatever time it is. Have a wonderful time in general and enjoy. And good night. Or good morning. Goodbye.